quick look at the mist rolling in. So Inverness is that way. That's where we've come from. It's quite something. Half an hour later. It really doesn't mess about up here. Look at that, that's come right in now. I'd imagine that'll be until 10, 11 o'clock tomorrow now.
So we got up early this morning just in case anything needed to get past, but we're hoping this can get past us.
They've just opened the first lock for the day. I think the guys are pretty stressed. I don't think they've got enough people. There only seem to be like two people there. It's a bit of a bottleneck, I suppose. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So they get 6 in at a time. The kamikaze drone pilots. At least they mark them in orange, these guys. Oh dear. Watching so many people coming in using bow thrusters. I'm so glad ours doesn't work. It's, I think it's made us better sailors, to be honest with you. But you look at all the guys in orange, and they've all hired boats to go through the Caledonia, which is great. But you've really got to watch out because there are quite a lot of them, and you know, they're a bit worrying when you watch them come in and they bounce off one side of the lock and then the other side of the lock, and there aren't enough staff here to keep it all under control. So if you do come this way, let them go first through the locks. So they've just come off of that dock, and we're going to put the fenders on the starboard side, ding, and go back in and then pull alongside the pontoons because they've taken all the cruiser boats up through the lock now and they're out of the way. We've got a load more just coming in now, so I'm not sure how easy that's going to be tomorrow. So some of these guys are pretty clueless, but hey, it'll be alright. So that was Loch Ness. No sign of the monster. No, nothing. All the mists are lifted now. It's going to be a bit cloudy, I think, for the next couple of days, which would see us probably out of the lock system and back into the sea. Cool. Bit of a contrast from this morning. This morning was first thing this morning was just mist. You couldn't see anything, hand in front of your face. And then this afternoon, what time does it start raining? About 2 o'clock. It just threw it down. There's so much rain. And I was wondering, you know, because they drop massive amounts of water down the locks, whether it's a case of Loch Ness is getting dried out in the summer. But that's what's being poured out of it at the moment. And that's the last gate. I think it's five locks, did you say?
5, yeah.
5 locks up to the top, and then off you go to the next lock.
It'll be a day of locks tomorrow.
Yeah. What lock are we going into?
We're going into Loch
Is it?
Yeah. It's like 5, 6, 7 locks into Loch.
Cool.
Yeah. If we get that far, but if it's chucking it down with rain, we might decide to stay on a pontoon here and not do it in the wet.
It's forecast to rain tomorrow, quite a lot. But to be honest, it threw it down solidly straight down, no messing, for an hour maybe, and then stopped again. So maybe it'll be all right. We've been here all day, on and off, and I've only just noticed that there's a Loch Ness monster right there. But Nessie spotted finally, and a small one that looks a bit weird. So that's where we're parked at the moment, and there's the bridge, and the first lock is the other side. So sometime tomorrow morning we'll be going through. First lock of the day, nearly hit by 2 complete dingleberries in Cali cruiser boats. Honestly, I've never seen anything. The guy came in behind to take this other guy's spot and nearly rammed us in the arse, which is not what I want first thing in the morning, if I'm honest. So here we are, and Hellacious is up in front of us. We've still got all the paint on, and there's Brian at the front. As great an experience as it is to go through Loch Ness, the downside is that you've got hundreds of people on cruising boats, like, you know, canal cruising boats. So no sails, no skills, and I'm sure there are guys there who've got powerboat qualifications and stuff, but by and large it's just people who've decided it's a good idea. Well, halfway up now, nothing orange has hit us. Good job. Where are we?
Fort Augustus. Well, we've been here a few days. I was like, are we still? Yes, we're going up Fort Augustus.
We're only just in Fort Augustus now. We're just going up over the top. We've got, what, is it 1 more or 2 more?
No, 3 more.
3 more, is it?
There's 5 locks on this one. The longest lock flight was...
No, I meant here.
Yeah, 3 more.
Oh, are there?
Yeah, there's 5 in total. Oh no, 1, 2, 3. 2 more after this.
I didn't think it was 5. 2 more.
Yeah.
Oh,
we're in the third one. We're in the third one.
Yeah, so it'll be...
Neptune staircase is 8.
Boat coming, that's all. Don't particularly want to bounce off it. Anyway, so we're out and we're on our way, and it's less eventful than I thought it was going to be. Next lock coming up. That's a pretty barge. Just come out of the lock, and we're going through the last swing bridge before Loch Ness, which is just lit up, so should be opening any minute. We've just got off the boat and we're going to have a look at Glengarry Castle, which is a very nice detached desirable residence sort of spot. Invergarry Castle, not Gary's Castle. Quite cool to be able to park outside the castle. Just down there. The big blue one.
Are they all there? This is one of the nice things about cruising, is you meet people and you hang out, and after 3/4 bottles of gin, the guitars come out.
There's that much
There's
left.
that much, oh my god. No, that's like...
Don't care if it hurts. Wanna have control. What a perfect body.
I haven't played that for a few months.
Wonderful.
Sorry about the voice. I haven't. Oh dear, you didn't record that, did you? Shit. So it's morning, we're in Loch Ness. Forgot where we were for a minute. No signs of Nessie in here either. And it's cloudy up there. A few hundred feet up, the clouds are there. But it's not raining quite as much as it was yesterday evening, and I'm happy with that. And we've got new staff, new Salancha from Germany, who's completely madly walking all the way down from I don't know where to wherever she ends up, and she's awesome. We love her, and she's. This is the first time you've steered a boat, isn't it?
It is.
There you go, all new stuff. Excellent. And Brian and Helen have well, they picked her up in one of the locks where they went for a walk, and said, you know, where are you going? And they followed along, or she followed along, and we met her, and she said, where are you going today? So we said, well, we're going to try and head down to almost Fort William, which is kind of the last bit before you go. I think it's is it Neptune's Fairway or something? It's got a lot of locks in it, and then we're out into the sea again. So she's going to grab a coach or a train or something and get back down, and then head back to Germany. So that's pretty cool. It's nice to do nice things. You know, you've met somebody and they've never done all these things, and they've, you know, their first experience of a boat is that one in front, and the second experience of the boat is steering aft. How cool is that? And I might have a little bit of a hangover this morning. Brian, it's your fault. You made me do it. We sat and played guitar. There may be footage at some point, but I don't know. I'm a bit embarrassed. I was really, really going for it, and really quite well oiled. There's the bridge for the day. Like little holiday lodges over there. It's quite cool. Nice spot. And we've just negotiated the first bridge of the day by our expert pilot, and no problems at all, which is quite a big thing to do on your first day in a 40-foot boat. Love it. How cool is that? And it's shutting behind us. So apparently our boat can fly, because at the moment we're about 106 feet, I think it's 106 feet above sea level, which is higher than the top of the Panama Canal. Just thought you should know that. My boat flies. It is. That's cool. Sorry, what was the question?
You ready tomorrow?
This is a bigger drop than the others. Lovely view out the top. Wish it was sunny today. Actually, the clouds at the top look spectacular anyway, so whatever the weather's doing, it's still a nice place to be. And we're going down incredibly quickly. That's the wet mark on the side where we started just now. And you can probably see us going down anyway. Cool. This is the moment we leave Hellacious behind for the time being, until we meet again, fellas. You've been awesome. Some of the loveliest people I've ever met. Thank you very much. little bit sad. I'm a little bit sad now.
It's all sad, like watching people go.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you kind of move on and then you
Meet somebody else.
collect all these people then.
Yeah, well, he said you collect a network of people, don't you? That's just our kind of people. Fantastic. Anyway, I think we're in Loch now, but I might be wrong because I didn't look at the map. There's a road. And to think that only this last year, we've done so many things, and we started off our little journey together on our motorbike on that road, that one there. We went straight past this, and never ever did I think that we would be sailing along it. It's just unbelievable. Anyway, that's it. We're into the next one, and then we'll just keep going for a bit. So the Lancia on the back somewhere will be steering again, I expect, in a minute. He's having a ball buzz, looks of it. And we'll drop her off, and then down the last few locks and out into the sea, probably tomorrow. So hopefully somewhere along the line we can get close enough to a supermarket to buy more beer. I don't know where it went. I just seemed to open it and it evaporated. That's it. Well, this is Loch now, isn't it?
Loch.
So anybody that tells you that sailing is difficult, yeah, is it? How long have you been on this boat?
2 hours.
2 hours. And she's sailing. She's doing it all by herself. That's quite exciting, isn't it? So if you want to go sailing, just do it. Probably all right not to go on, I think. And we're in Lochs, top lock. And then I think that's the next one. Is that the next one? Well, no, there's a swing bridge there. I don't know whether there's anybody in there at the moment. I can't see anybody there. Yeah. Anyway, getting close. That was really quick. Actually, this. I mean, if I put this all on, YouTube, people are just going, "God, that's boring." He's just gone on and on and on about how beautiful it is. What a dull man. I am a dull man, but hey, rock star too. So just coming down towards the end of the lock system and the canal, and Keep your hands off the steering wheel, madam. Keep hands and ears and armpits inside the vehicle. I've lost it now because I've been interfered with while I was working.
You're steering into the bank. I thought I'd help. Okay, start again.
I give up. I don't care now. I don't care where we are, but that was Ben Nevis over there. Looks like it. They look a bit longer, don't they? So this is what's it called? Neptune staircase. This is Neptune's staircase. So this is the final bit on the Caledonian Canal. And how many locks are there?
There's 8 here, and then at Corpach there's another 3.
So we've got 11 more to do before we get. If you look down there, you can see the sea in the distance. So nearly there. We're parked under a mountain. Look at that. That's incredible. I love it. Proper Highland. Wish it was sunny. I really do. So we're waiting to go through the Lochs in the morning to come down here, and we've decided to walk into town, Fort William, and see what we can find, and hopefully get some fish and chips or something, and a mosquito net. Although why you'd want to catch mosquitoes, I don't know. Are they good eating? Maybe. Yeah. That's a good bridge. This is it, the last few locks, and then we get down to the bottom and there's a couple more I think, and then back in the sea. So that's it. This nice man's going to let us down. That was really quick. I don't know, 7-8 feet I suppose, 7 feet down. There we go. That's the second one. This is lovely. It's just us going down this morning, so we've got the place to ourselves. And the 2 guys that are the lock keepers here are just been really, really lovely as well. A bit of chat, and told us the names and everything. So it's a great place to come. And of course now there's no Cali cruisers because they're not allowed down here because the carnage that they could probably cause out in the sea. So here we go again. Next one. I'm going to just gently move down to the next one, so I've got it in gear and steering her through, and I'll knock it out of gear so we don't get too fast. And that should be it onto the next one, and then that's number 3. We're flying along. This is great, I love it. It's so much quicker when you haven't got to wait for all the other guys to come through and be looked after. Not that I'm knocking that, you know, if you're having a holiday and they're not allowed to have their engines running going down the Lochs. I think because there could be carnage in there. So we've got it all to ourselves. Look at that, it's just fantastic. Right, I'm going to turn it off a minute while I sort this out. And that is the Nevis range, Ben Nevis. So our friend Antje is now walking up there this morning with a rucksack on her back that weighs about as much as she does. I think it's going to be a bit of a mission, but she walks miles, so I think it's going to be a good day for her. The sun's shining, it's a beautiful day. It's a bit cold, and it could be like 4 or 5 degrees up there at the top. Sometimes apparently it snows up there in summer, so we'll find out, I guess. She'll send us a message later when she gets to the top. And the next one. It does take a little bit longer than you're seeing it, but it's pretty quick, actually, to be honest. It's alright. Sorry about the filming, by the way. I'm trying to steer with one hand, do the power, and Ellen's trying not to knock the lady that's just walked in front of her on the edge in the sea, in the loch. So just get it moving, and that's it really. It's not hard. I think you'll find once you've done a few of these, you'll be okay. I mean, this is the last few for us, so this now I'm not really worried about it at all. The first ones we did, we were a bit concerned about. Oh, hello, going sideways. Not so good. Goes down really quickly, really quickly. You can see the wet mark on the top of the doors over. That's where we started a few seconds ago, not very long. It's a massive amount of water goes through this. So another top tip, if you're doing this for yourself, so the hooks there, if you keep yourself, if you're on port side 2 like we are, no, starboard side 2, I've done this before honestly, if you keep it in reasonably tight just on your hand, and don't wrap it around your hand because that's bad, and keep it pulled reasonably taut, not tight, but just keep a bit of tension on it. It pulls the front of the boat out, so keep it a little bit slack on the front and pull it in reasonably tight at the front, so when you motor forward you're pointing sort of towards the middle of the loch, and then you can steer from there on in, because it's a bit turbulent sometimes when you're moving, and you can get swelled around a little bit, so if you're just a little bit off the dock you look like a pro. And of course the other thing is plenty of fenders in the middle of the boat, and I found that if you have some lower and some higher, it works better than just having them all in a line. And we've also got, you can't see it very well, but there's a sheet of tarpaulin down the inside, so that any stones and bits of muck that come off the side here don't get ground along in your paint. If you've got decent paint on your boat, then it's just, you know, for the sake of a couple of quid for a cheap tarpaulin, it's worth doing. And that's it. 2 top tips for free, how about that? and the next one. And I hope the nice lady's going to step back before she gets pushed in the water. Not whip anybody in the water with it. This is great. I thoroughly recommend this. Good fun. But the sunshine's not lasted very long, sadly. I think it's going to rain again. It's supposed to be sunny today, but it is Scotland and it does tend to do a lot of rain. And down we go again. The more you do these, the easier it gets actually, apart from the last one where I actually did screw up the bit because the wind sort of funneled down and pushed me off. But and you are going to have the odd one where you're not quite in control initially, but the lock keepers are really good. They're really good, so there's nothing, absolutely nothing to worry about. As long as you know how to use your boat reasonably well. You don't have to be a super duper expert. They let these guys with the boat and Cali cruises do sort of holidays. So you can take one of their boats from end to end, and some of them are quite shocking. So some of them are really good. I'm not tiring them all with the same brush, but it's not an expert's holiday. It's somebody that, you know, just go and use it really. Fairly straightforward. I think we got one more, and then there's a swing bridge, and then we go on a little bit way further, and there's a couple more I think, and then we're in the sea again. So that's the last one in Neptune's stairwell, stair thing, escalator. And now we're waiting for the bridge to open. And then once that's open, we've got about a mile, and then there are 2 more locks to the sea. And the guys here are just lovely. All the staff here, every single one of them's been smiley and happy. And I'm sure there are days when it's not the best job in the world, when it's pouring with rain. But they've all been lovely, really, really lovely, full of chat. So if you want to do it, just do it. Don't worry about it. It's easy, and they'll look after you. But make sure your boat handling skills are reasonably good. Watch our video on SV Moondown Sailing. Top tips from people who have done it for a few days. Here goes the bridge. So you have to excuse me, I'm filming little bits and then not filming bits because I'm trying to guide the boat out while Ellen does the ropes at the front and trying to do the ropes at the back as well. And the bridge is just swinging now. So once that's swung out of the way, the guys will release us and we're off. So all these guys have just been waiting for us to come down, and they're on their way back up. And I bet it won't be quite as quick as it was for us to come down with 3 of them instead of just the one. It's great. If you get it to yourself, that's just fantastic, really fantastic. And like I said, lovely people all the way along that loch, that canal rather. So far, we've got a couple to go. It. One more down there, and then that's it. I think that's sea level. It's a shame those trees are there because there's a lovely view back to Ben Nevis Range up there. You can see it up there now. So there's just the one guy this end. So we're both off the boat. And we're going to walk the boat forwards. I've left the engine running. just walk it forward onto the other bit. I probably won't film that bit because it's quite difficult to pull a boat, 10 tons of boat. One to go. And then we're on our way to either Oban or Tobermory. We'll stop somewhere along the way for the night. Last one for the day. There we go. And that's it. We are now back at sea level from 106 feet up. So that's quite nice. It's a good day. This is the last one. This is the last lock, and we're out in the sea, technically. Although go to the doors. Look at that. That's Fort William over there. So we're going around past that red buoy, right around that island, and off back round that way towards the sea. And that is that. Another one waiting to go in. And that's where we've just come out. What a beautiful place. A bit stressful. Anyway, we're in. Okay, I have to sort of admit that I have a drinking chocolate problem.